The state of California under fire after posting a list of every person with a permit to carry a concealed gun, including their names, addresses, and phone numbers.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about California's Attorney General I think his name is Rob Bonta, quote unquote, accidentally releasing all the information about every single California concealed carry permit holder. You're talking about name, phone number, addresses, all of that. It was regular normies on there, celebrities, a little bit of everything. And this is the main, or one of the main reasons why those of us that are gun owners or we're just supporters of Second Amendment rights, we don't want a national registry because this kind of thing can happen. Now, they say it was a mistake, but it wasn't a hack. So my question is, why did it happen? What's going on? What's the purpose of the website that they put out at all? Like, what do you really need to know? All I need is really, how do I get my concealed carry? How do I get my gun? And that's it. Now, before I go any further, let's roll the clip. In this clip, you'll see what happened. You'll get a little bit more background story. And after we get done with that, I'll come back. I'll talk about what was said there. Then I'll give you the rest of my 2 cents and my deep detail analysis. And then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
For now, though, developing tonight, the state of California under fire after posting a list of every person with a permit to carry a concealed gun, including their names, addresses, and phone numbers. The list included celebrities, judges, even victims of domestic violence.
CBS 13's Laura Hafley is live outside the Department of Justice with the concerns many gun owners are raising now. Laura.
Well, this goes way beyond a simple filing error. The AG's office releasing a list of names, birthdays, gender, race, and home addresses of every single person in the state of California with a concealed carry weapons permit. This all happened last night after the AG released a website in the effort to be more transparent when it comes to gun safety. The website had in it firearm safety information, record sales, and a link to a portal of concealed carry permit holders. Except when you clicked on that portal, thousands of columns came up with all of that personal information included that I just mentioned. Now, that website has since been taken down, but too late. Victims already saw it. One who spoke to us about the danger this has put his family in.
Even most of my family members do not know that I have a concealed weapons permit. I have a good reason to get it. I got it because my spouse was being stalked by a violent abuser, and we went through a lot of a process to get that many years ago to provide us some peace of mind. So what's happened here is just a terrible thing for the citizens, and really, it's really terrible that the Attorney General hasn't stood up and apologized to the victims of this release.
Now, I want to read to you a part of what was said on that initial website release by the AG's office. It says the DOJ seeks to balance its duties to provide gun violence and firearms data to support research efforts while protecting the personal identifying information in the data they collect. We did reach out to the AG to ask what happened. Here's what the AG's response was. Any unauthorized release of personal information is unacceptable. We are working swiftly to address the situation and will provide additional information as soon as possible. Coming up tonight at 6, we spoke to a legal expert about what this means for victims and the difference between public record and the AG's office volunteering personal information.
All right, you saw that, you heard that. Now, this was 100% ridiculous. As you heard in the clip, they've quote unquote fixed it by now, and that particular part of the website or the entire website is down, but it is already, damage has been done already, because if it's already been out there, it's already been exposed, people that are data miners, hackers, people that don't mean you well, people that just want to, do nefarious things, they have all the data that they need. They have everything. So if they were trying to find somebody, like, let's say, for example, the one guy in there was talking about, well, there was a stalker and he had to protect himself and his family against the stalker. Well, if you're trying to conceal your address and you don't want to know where you live, well, they have it now. I mean, like I said, the website or that particular part of the website is down, but the data's already been released. So all they got to do is search a little bit and find what they want. How about some of these celebrities that have had stalkers or people that need to have their information concealed? That's out there to the general public. And it didn't take long. You're talking about immediately, as soon as they launched this website, their data was out there. It wasn't like it got hacked after a period of time or things leaked. Nah, this was part of the rollout. They said it's an accident now. I think it's because of the backlash that they got. Maybe they don't understand what doxing is. Doxing, if you don't know, that's when personal information about yourself is released to the internet without your consent. Things that you wouldn't want on the internet about yourself, like your full name, address, phone number, personal information that may make you unsafe. Okay. So this is a really serious problem, and it happened right away. If there was a national gun registry, like every time you went to go buy a gun, your name, address, phone number, all your information was put on the registry, that'd be an issue for a variety of reasons. The first reason is not even about the doxing. It's about the federales knowing what kind of guns you have, where you have it, all of that. And if they combine that with the red flag law, they may come to your crib one day like, hey, Mr. Logan, we were told by an anonymous source that you have been exhibiting strange behavior, odd behavior, and we interviewed your neighbors, and one of them, out of the 400 neighbors you have, concurred that you have strange behavior. So now we're coming to take these guns on the list. And we have registry. You have an AR-15. You have a 6R, 9mm. You have X, Y, and Z number of guns. We're coming to get them. And if you have any other guns that aren't on the registry, that will be considered illegal possession. And you're going to the penitentiary for that. And we're going to take the guns you have and sell them, burn them, give them to the drug cartels of Mexico. We'll do something with your guns, but you won't be able to have them anymore. Okay? That's the first problem with the National Gun Registry. The second issue would be the obvious security concerns, because if there's a gun registry, it's going to be online, it's going to be electronic, and it could be hacked. So if you're trying to avoid a stalker, if you're trying to just stay under the radar, stay low, as they call it, that's going to make it hard to do that, because you never know when it's going to get hacked or when it's going to get leaked or when some rogue employee that works on the server, that works with the data, may just dox you just because they want to. I mean, we've seen that happen. We've seen some of these government agencies just do crazy things. We saw the IRS when they targeted conservatives. Yes, we did see that. Okay, we saw it was a few things that went on. Okay, with Twitter, I think somebody did something to Trump's account on their last day. So you have more and more power being handed out to fewer and fewer entities. The federales are getting bigger, big tech's getting bigger, more and more power to fewer and fewer entities. What you don't want to do is give them just so much power to where you have no control over your life. I understand some things got to get done by big tech. I understand that you got to have some kind of big conglomerates for certain things. I get it. But, okay, come on. Really? What's the point of this website where they have data about concealed carry permit holders in California? What was even the reason for that? Why have my name, my address, my phone number on this particular website? Did anybody just think that through? Did nobody think about cybersecurity? Did nobody think about the fallout that this would cause? I mean, as I close, I want to say this. I think this is part of the reason why people say that government is not really their friend, because it's a lot of incompetence in government. There's a lot of guaranteed positions. You didn't really have to work to create a company. When you're talking about the government just exists. Okay, there is an agency created kind of out of thin air, and you're responsible to do certain things, but maybe you don't do things in a very scrupulous way. Maybe you have some very unscrupulous practices, dishonest practices. We saw that with the FBI. They go on the stand and lie, tell you whatever they want to tell you, engage in all kind of misconduct, because they don't really care a lot of times. You know, they didn't really make this company. There is no company. You just work for the federales, and at a certain point, the federales feel like they are above us, when in reality, they work for us. When that mentality of that kind of paternal, maternal, I'm going to take care of you, this nanny state, daddy state. Don't want that. You're not my superior. You work for me. I employ you. Now, I'm not saying you're inferior as a person, but what you're not going to do is control me. You're not going to dictate the day-to-day things I do in my life. That's not going to go down. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about this leak that happened? I mean, every concealed carry permit holder in California was exposed. Name, probably date of birth, probably everything. I'm surprised the social security number wasn't on there. I'm surprised that wasn't there. Now, if that was there, that'd be crazy. But in a national gun registry, wouldn't that kind of information be there? Your social, your date of birth, your phone number, your current address, former address, your full first and last name, spouse, kids. Wouldn't all that be on there on a federal database? And if that gets out, what kind of havoc would that wreak? And it'd be easy to get out at a certain point because maybe somebody who's like an activist on the weekends and a Tifa member is also a member of a cybersecurity organization. Maybe they're one of the top dogs of that cybersecurity organization, moonlighting as an Antifa member. And they don't like guns. They don't like the Second Amendment. And they want to just dox you just because. What's to prevent that from happening? We see a preview right here. So if you enjoy your freedom, if you enjoy your privacy, you shouldn't be for any kind of further government overreach, especially in the area of the Second Amendment. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.